Coral reefs are colonies of tiny animals found in marine waters. Most coral reefs are built from stony corals. They form some of the most diverse ecosystems on Earth. They occupy less than 0.1% of the world's ocean surface, yet they provide a home for 25% of all marine species, including fish, worms, crustaceans, sponges, and other species. Coral reefs deliver ecosystem services to tourism, fisheries, and shoreline protection. However, coral reefs are fragile ecosystems, partly because they are very sensitive to water temperature. They are under threat from climate change, ocean acidification, blast fishing, cyanide fishing for aquarium fish, overuse of reef resources, and harmful land use practices, including urban and agricultural runoff and water pollution, which can harm reefs by encouraging excess algal growth. But why are coral reefs so important to us? Coral reefs are important for ocean health and human communities that live nearby. Coral reefs are home to 25% of the animals and plants that live in the ocean. They provide feeding grounds, nursery areas, living space, and places to hide from predators for an enormous assortment of fish and invertebrates like grouper and lobster. For humans, coral provide food and jobs, with more than 500 million people dependent on reefs for their primary source of protein. In places like the Caribbean, a key component of the economy is tourism, which depends heavily on healthy coral reef communities. Coral reefs also provide coastal protection by buffering wave energy. They are also a source of countless medicines that are improving and saving lives every day. But these coral reefs are in danger. One of these threats is overfishing. Overfishing is one of the main contributors to the decline of coral reefs. To put things in perspective, scientists say that in the past 60 years, stocks of large fish have fallen by 90%. They predict the collapse of all fish species in less than 50 years. A couple years ago, the bluefin tuna was highly valued. Scientists suggested fishing limits to allow the fish population to rebuild. This limit was 10,000 tons. However, that same year, 61,000 tons of tuna were caught. That is just an example of one of many species of fish being exploited. Overfishing is taking away and reducing the number of fish needed to stabilize the ecosystems within their coral reef, therefore affecting them. Coastal development is also a large factor in the harming of coral reefs. Coastal development consists of buildings or any structures being built along the shoreline or coast, allowing debris from construction to harm coral reefs. This, along with overfishing, both tie into the economic lens. The first of 4 lenses we'll be looking at throughout this video. Economically, healthy coral reefs support commercial and subsistence fisheries as well as jobs and businesses through tourism and recreation. Approximately half of all federally managed fisheries depend on coral reefs and related habitats for a portion of their life cycles. The National Marine Fisheries Service estimates the commercial value of U.S. fisheries alone from coral reefs is over $100 million. Local economies also receive billions of dollars from visitors to reefs through diving tours, recreational fishing trips, hotels, restaurants, and other businesses based near reef ecosystems. Despite their great economic and recreational value, coral reefs are severely threatened by pollution, disease, and habitat destruction. Once coral reefs are damaged, they are less able to support the many creatures that inhabit them. When a coral reef supports fewer fish, plants, and animals, it also loses value as a tourist destination. Let's take a look through the environmental lens. Environmentally, coral has a big role. The coral reef structure buffers shorelines against waves, storms, and floods, helping to prevent loss of life, property damage, and erosion. Erosion is the depletion of the soil and can in fact shift the land. Coral reefs slow waves that would otherwise break directly on the shore. These waves can be destructive and damage unprotected seafront property. Coral reefs also protect coastlines from tropical storms and tsunamis. This protection is likely to become more important as climate change is predicted to make tropical storms more frequent and more destructive in future years. When reefs are damaged or destroyed, the absence of this natural barrier can increase the damage to coastal communities from normal wave action and violent storms. But there are alternatives known as breakwaters that act as artificial coral reefs, but these alternatives can cost up to $15 million per kilometer. Coral reefs don't protect only our environment. Coral reefs also protect other ecosystems, like seagrass, meadows, and mangroves. These ecosystems can provide us with many important ecosystem services like water purification and food. Now let's take a look at the importance of coral reefs through a social lens. Coral reefs are sometimes considered the medicine cabinets of the 21st century. Coral reefs, plants, and animals are becoming important sources of new medicines being developed to treat cancers, arthritis, human bacterial infections, Alzheimer's disease, heart diseases, and various viruses. Since coral reefs are stationary animals, many have evolved chemical defenses to protect themselves from predators. Scientists continue to research the medicinal potential of these substances. In the near future, coral reef ecosystems could represent an increasingly important source of medical treatments, nutritional supplements, pesticides, cosmetics, and other commercial products. As you can see, the social aspect of coral reefs does not only help people of one given region, but it affects the world's population as a whole. All the more reason to protect and preserve these coral reefs. As it stands, here are some of the medical advancements inspired by these coral reefs. Corticosteroids used by coral reefs to protect themselves from disease is used to treat asthma, arthritis, and other inflammatory disorders. Bryozoan, a common fouling organism similar to barnacles, that's found in both temperate and tropical climates, is a source for the anti-cancer compound. On the other hand, blue-green algae, commonly found in Caribbean mangroves, are used to treat small cell lung cancer. In fact, the National Cancer Institute also endorsed blue-green algae for the treatment of melanoma and some tumors. But, although we've made medical advancements, these efforts have not yet been perfected, but we must preserve the coral reefs in order to access these resources in the near future. To summarize, it's clear that coral reefs play a big part in our economy through tourism and fisheries. They're also helping in advancements in the medical fields, as well as protecting our shorelines from tsunamis and storms. Yet, despite their benefits, we continue to unintentionally harm them through overexploitation and consumerism. It is our job to protect these coral reefs. Thank you for watching.